What is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? It is Phil Nagy on Sports joining you here today. It is game 2 of our simulated Stanley Cup playoffs. And we are excited to bring this one to you. It was a big, big game in our game number 1 that had the Panthers winning, I believe, by the score of 5-2, if I am not mistaken. Sergei Bobrovsky was very good in net. Here's Eichel, and we're about to have our first goal of this one. So excited to bring this one to you. Again, Phil Nagy on Sports. Still couldn't figure out. I looked through all the settings. Looks like actually Sebastian Knight's going to get the starting goal today. Interesting that it's not going to be Sergei Bobrovsky. Knight also a very talented goalie, by the way. Pietrangelo ends up taking it in. Hey, apply, welcome in, Panthers fan. Okay. Looks like they've started Sebastian Knight, not goalie Bob, tonight in our simulated game number 2. Again, the Panthers with a 1-0 lead in our series. Now Carter Verhaeghe tries it, throws it on, and Logan Thompson will get rid of it to Stone, and it goes off the left post, shutting the door, and somehow Tkachuk still has it on his puck. Montour fires from the blue line, and Thompson will go ahead and freeze it. A little bit of a flurry of activity in front of him to start. Second line for both teams now out there. Anyway, in our previous sim, which was a lot of fun, they never showed goal replays until like the period breaks and then after the game, which I thought was crazy in the moment. But there didn't seem to be a setting for it. As much as I looked, I could not find it. So Sam Reinhart now firing it on, and now Barkov over the middle and firing. It was Reinhart, and Thompson was right on it. So Logan Thompson has been sharp early to start this game. One, now Lomberg in the middle. Back up to the blue line. Brandon Montour in the middle. Lomberg tried to throw it by him. Smith able to outlet the other way, and here comes Wild Bill. Now backside pass to Smith, and he'll take it back to the middle. Now blue line pass to Whitecloud. He'll go across the middle, but nobody's stick was available to receive the other end of that pass. Marchessault, of course, has been incredible in the real series. Now Theodore. Whitecloud fires, tipped in front, but somehow Knight got in front of it. And now outletting the other way come the Panthers. Whitecloud behind his own net, bringing it around. So yeah, it looks like they've got. Looks like they're going with Spencer Knight. Excuse me, I kept saying Sebastian Knight. Spencer Knight, who is the backup, but is about the same rating in this game, NHL 23. So deciding to go with him potentially in game 2. I don't know if there was something going on with Bob or whatever. Now Lusterin and coming down the other way. No real opportunities, but it'll go right in front. We're going to get a power play immediately as Nicholas Roy is going to go to the sin bin. Our first special teams moment. That's going to be a slash on him. I missed it. It happened so quickly right here in front. Apparently that was the slash. I didn't really see it, but that was it apparently. So now a first power play opportunity. Of course, Anthony Duclair out there as well. Former Blue Jacket, now Bluger outletting. And Whitecloud will get it out of the zone, but not very far. Lusterin back in. Whitecloud takes it off of his stick and now fires it down to the other side of the ice where Montour resets here. Looks like it's the second power play line. Duclair now. Here's Sam Bennett taking off his stick again. Whitecloud with some good stick work here to start the penalty kill. Now just 12 remaining in this first period. We played about 8-minute periods here is what the pacing of them should be. So a little bit, beautiful pass. Braden McNabb able to get there, and then Reinhart finds himself on the ground. And now he'll go ahead and dump it, does Braden McNabb. And we've got 30 seconds left on the power play. Ekblad now lining it up. And here's Bennett. And now here's Lusterin. And now Duclair on the far side. Anthony Duclair, he's got some speed. Dangles through the gap. Ekblad! And it's just too much traffic in front. Lusterin in up to the middle again. They're just pounding that crease, getting themselves right into the low slot. And there's just too much traffic in front for the puck to go anywhere. Pass to Duclair as the penalty kill has ended. Good kill for the Golden Knights now. Here comes Theodore out of his own zone. Ooh, gets kind of tripped up, loses his edges. And they'll complete the change. Ekblad far side, hit in front, and Thompson's going to end up freezing it there with Anthony Duclair bearing down on him. All right, back to the first line for the Golden Knights. Of course, that's Jack Eichel, Chandler Stevenson, and Mark Stone. Looks like the second line here with Lundell, who had 2 of the goals in Game 1 for us. Now Mahura. And that one's going to go wide. Back to Barkov, high slot, just fires it in off some feet. Now Martinez wisely getting it out of the middle and outletting to Mark Stone, the veteran power forward Mark Stone. One of the 2 X factors on this Golden Knights roster. Again, a team that maybe doesn't have like a world-class superstar, you know, Connor McDavid. Austin Matthews, kind of a player. What a fired shot there. And missed it. Stevenson ripped it. Good save for Spencer Knight. Anyway, don't have a bona fide, you know, super duper star on their team, but just a very, very well constructed team, top to bottom, and some hot goaltending into the playoffs as well. Is what the Golden Knights have been. Now Stahl, Mahura, Lomberg. A lot of good quick passes around, but a good check there to rub him off the puck now. Into the slot, and he scores! Reinhart ripped it. What a beautiful pass inside the circles. And again, I don't know why they won't just show us the goal. They just want to show us the celebration. Sam Reinhart, he had 2 in the first game as well. And the Panthers strike first here, 6:32 on the clock. That one comes from Stahl. That must have been Bennett heavy on, because that's saying that's his first goal of the series. Maybe it's just his first goal tonight. I don't understand the little stat thing at the bottom. So 1-0 regardless. The Panthers now up to the middle, and Thompson catches it high. Kind of stuck between his blocker and his jersey as it was thrown onto the net there by Eric Stahl. Remember, there are 2 Stahls on Florida, Eric and Mark. One plays center and one plays defense now. Verhaeghe, as the first line is back on there. Here's Matthew Tkachuk, who has been very good as well. Tkachuk fires, you heard it, off the woodwork. Woo, a little bit of piping there. And Jonathan Marchessault gets it to Wild Bill. And Carlson's got some speed, a little bit of room if he wants. Tried to pass it. I don't think he needed to pass it just yet. And then Smith's able to fire one on, Riley Smith. And that one's going to be deflected aside, but Smith ends up with it back on his puck now, pushed into the corner. And outletting come the Panthers. Here comes Tkachuk. Look at he's deking and dangling his way through the mid part of the ice. And now Carlson's got it. And taken off of his stick. Dorofeyev into the game as well. So 4th line now in for the Golden Knights under the tutelage of Bruce Cassidy, the lesser-known Cassidy brother. Just kidding, I don't think he's related to David Cassidy. Here's Ekblad now, far side, into the middle, beautiful pass, and there's just too much traffic. Lusterinen tried to get it to go. Thompson will freeze it here, 2:21 to go, 1-0. Florida leads on the Sam Reinhart goal. 4th line still in for both teams here. Bluger and Colin White will take the faceoffs here. 2:10 to play here. My name is Phil Nagy. You're watching Nagy on Sports. We do live original commentary as now. It looks like a delayed penalty and a tripping here for Lusterinen. And that's going to put the Golden Knights on the power play here with 1:58 to go. So there'll be 2 seconds remaining in the second period should they not score the goal here. That was a pretty good trip there. Lusterinen can't really complain about that one. So now Roy, Stone, and Barbashev, your first line here. And Smith, Riley Smith, and it goes immediately. So a winger lined up as one of the D-men in the power play, right off the face-up, and he throws it and just kind of deflects kind of lazily off of Knight's right foot pad and into the net, and very, very quickly we are tied up on a power play goal from Riley Smith. That one happened instantly. He hadn't even sat down and gotten comfortable there in the sin bin. Now watch out, Eichel! And he had an opportunity, but it was on his backhand. Didn't feel good about it. Now Stevenson over into the corner. Anyway, all that to be said, my name is Phil Nagy. This channel is called Nagy on Sports. We do live original commentary to all kinds of simulated sporting events. I never touch the controller. I never play, despite wanting to play from time to time, especially in our Madden sims, because Madden does some stupid things. But we're going to do the NHL Stanley Cup Finals here. We are not simulating or mirroring reality. So, for instance, even though Vegas went up 2-0 in this series, this was game 2, and Florida won the first game. So there's a chance that Florida could go up 2-0 and we could be completely backwards. We're also doing the NBA Finals, do mostly Madden. We do a Cleveland Browns season as well as other teams during that season. We are currently simulating the 2023 NFL season. If you'd like to check that out sometime with all of the updated rosters, rookies, free agents, etc. But we appreciate you being on very, very much. And yeah, enjoy the sim. All right, second period now. We're all knotted up at 1. They will flip sides. Pietrangelo now has it, but then it's taken away by Bennett. Now Sam Bennett up the middle, but dispossessed at the blue line. Now across the crease to Pietrangelo. Alec Pietrangelo. That's part of 10 on the Blues, I believe, for Pietrangelo. Now Jack Eichel with some speed. Left side. Ekblad does a nice job to cut off his run. Martinez to Pietrangelo. Eichel, what a beautiful pass! Eichel had slipped into the circle on the left side, and that was a beautiful shot and just a pure reaction save from Spencer Knight to keep this thing to 1-1. Forsling into the game as they are headed to their next line. Carlson, Riley Smith, he's the goal scorer on the power play to even this thing up at 1. And that's where Forsling will pick it up. Gustav Forsling, again the D-man, opposite Aaron Ekblad. Ekblad gets all of the attention because he is incredible, but Forsling obviously a top-line D-man here for Florida. Marchessault is going to get bumped off the puck, but Carlson's got it back of the net. Riley Smith, Marchessault back in front. Beautiful behind-the-back pass. Whitecloud now penetrating the slot, firing, and it's going to be kick saved to the right side. And now Barkov, and they didn't decide to have numbers, but now they'll outlet Reinhardt. He's got a backdoor pass if he wants it, and Whitecloud takes it off his stick. Nice defense there for Zach Whitecloud. But now Marchessault comes the other way. Marchessault into the corner by himself, over the middle, just too much traffic, too many sticks in the way, couldn't complete the pass to Nicholas Roy. And now here comes Lundell. He had 2 goals in that opener. Again, 5-2 was the win for the Florida Panthers in our simulated game number 1. Now here's Nicholas Roy. Roy over the middle to Riley Smith. And this one will get bounced off of the back of Stahl's legs. And now Nicholas Roy finds himself with the puck. He'll get bumped hard, and Montour outlets to Lomborg. And now Stahl to Cousins. Cousins, backdoor pass on a beauty! Lomborg! Ryan Lomborg, what a beautiful play there. And again, I wish they would show the replays. They don't. We'll have to wait to see them until after the game or after the period. But a huge goal for Lomborg, and now we're up 2-1 for the home team, Florida, which again is also backwards. Technically, Vegas had had the first 2 home games of their building, but I couldn't change that for some reason in this playoff mode. Cousins firing backdoor to Lomborg. He just didn't have a stick on the correct side of the puck to be able to try to one-time that thing backdoor. And Thompson will go ahead and freeze it. 4th line back in for both teams, so good, healthy rolling of all 4 lines here. And here comes Dorofeyev. Beautiful pass to Kessel, the ageless one, 37 years young, Phil Kessel. Now Bluger, wraparound, just too many bodies in front. Spencer Knight never got a chance to see it. And now Colin White. Long pass over to Duclair. This could be icing. Well, I guess they're going to say that he beat it down there, or they waved it off as not an intentional pass. Colin White, beautiful throw in the middle, and a good save. Thompson, that was Duclair on the backhand. Anthony Duclair, again, former Blue Jacket. As I broadcast here from Columbus, Ohio. Big Blue Jackets fans. I know Applied, I don't know if he's still on or not, big Blue Jackets fan as well. Maybe one of these days we'll get to sim a Blue Jackets. They've been making some noise, of course. Get Provorov and Severson in the last couple of days to really shore up their blue line. 3 really lights out defensemen now, of course, with Werenski in there. We all hope David Jiricek can get there quickly, but you're going to have to say goodbye to some people as well, especially I know they like Blankenberg a lot, so now people like Andrew Peak, Jake Bean, Boquist, like what were their roles be? Beautiful pass, Eichel, but Knight is able to shift over. Butterfly himself over there, and then Spencer Knight is going to go ahead and eat this one. And freeze it there. Time on the attack, you see a little bit more for the Vegas Golden Knights in this one. Oh, they trail 2-1, even though they're out face-off winning them 9-5. Stall to Bennett, taken off of his stick, but Bennett's still able to come up with it. There's Montour, nice cross-ice pass to Verhaeghe. Carter Verhaeghe now. Montour in the high slot, but good deflection there by Stone. Here comes Eichel now the other way. Taken away by Stahl on the blue line. Bennett back to Mark Stahl, again the defenseman. Beautiful pass, and Bennett can't get it to go, and looking for Verhaeghe's redirect there off the deflection. It didn't go, and now Amadio in some trouble on the left boards, and now Tkachuk quickly the other way. No numbers for him, but it may not matter. Verhaeghe fires it on, and Thompson able to glove that one and slow it down here. 7:55 to go, second period. 2-1, Florida leads. Third line in for both. Lomborg, the goal scorer for the Panthers in this one. Roy, Amadio, and Barbashev on the other side. And here comes Ivan Barbashev. No real numbers, but some backdoor presence from Roy was there, but he gets rubbed off the puck. Good check there. Now Stahl the other way. And they're going to go off sides there, as that one was just hit to the other side of the blue line, so they'll back it up and take it to the neutral zone here for the faceoff. Two-1 with 7:17 to go. Phil Nagy on Sports joining you here for this sim. Again, hope everybody's having a great morning. If you're watching me live, if you're watching later, we appreciate you being on. Thank you all to our subscribers, old, new, and in between. We continue to pick up new ones now. We're well over 1,000, which is great. We've monetized the channel, which is very exciting. So we're very appreciative to that. And if you have to watch this after the live sim, please know that all of those ads will be skippable for you. But we're excited to be able to monetize, so we can continue to bring more of these beautiful sims to you. And there he is. It's Wild Bill. William Karlsson on the back door, just waited for that deflection and threw it up and in. Marchessault and Smith are going to get the helpers on that one, and we've got a 2-2 game with 5:56 to go. Again, the former Blue Jacket Will Karlsson, who is the player, that the young centerman that Columbus gave up when the expansion draft was coming. And Vegas entered the league, and he still found a nice career for himself in Vegas. Backdoor pass, and Reinhart almost gave them the lead right back. Now pushed into the corner by Lundell. He's been quiet today. Again, 2 goals in that first game for Ryan Lundell. Also Barkov right there with the puck on his stick has been very quiet today as well. Alexander Barkov, arguably their best player. Now Karlsson the other way, has a man with him, and Barkov, great back check, and quickly the other way now with some speed is Sam Reinhart. Far side to Lundell. He's got Barkov in the middle. He'll go back to Reinhart. Finds himself alone in the slot. Backdoor pass. And taken off his puck, Alec Martinez. Rather, puck taken off of his stick. And we're back and forth here with 3:33 to go in the second period. And it's all tied at 2. Karlsson one-on-one, and Knight stops him. Turnover in the zone dangerously. And Wild Bill Karlsson had a great opportunity, but Spencer Knight again starting tonight for goalie Bob for reasons that we're not sure of, because I just pushed go on the sim and I didn't go see if anybody was injured or anything like that, or if it's just a straight rotation of 2 top goalies. Again, according to the game, Bobrovsky and Spencer Knight are basically the same rated players, so maybe they're just trying to rotate the keepers, netminders. We did soccer for a while too. Duclair takes it strong. Good play by Logan Thompson now. Theodore outlets Mark Stone. He's around the right side. Fires a slapper. It was wide and goes all the way around the rink. That had some heat on it. That's where Alec Martinez and Carter Verhaeghe will meet for the puck. Bennett keeps it in. Beautiful pass for Hagee. Fires it on and gloved by Thompson. Logan Thompson flashing that right leather. Again, he is a right-handed catching glove. And now 17 saves for Logan Thompson to start this one. Now Gudas is the third line of defensemen is in, and it's again gloved, snagged out of the air by Thompson. And another face-off coming in the game. 20-13 are the shots in favor of Florida. Eichel against Bennett, and Eichel will win the face-off. White Cloud now to Jack Eichel in the middle. He'll go left side, Chandler Stevenson. Stevenson into the zone easily, and then quickly bumped off the puck. Good forecheck there as they push their way out of the zone. And then dispossessed in the neutral zone, Chandler Stevenson again to Jack Eichel. Eichel dispossessed, Tkachuk now. And now Matthew Tkachuk to Connor Verhaeghe. Now Bennett. Tkachuk firing, and another save by Thompson. 13 seconds left on the clock here in the second period of our 2-2 game. And Bluger and Stahl into the dot for the faceoff again. 2-1. Vegas, 6 seconds. Can Kessel fire one on? He can, and it's saved by Knight, and he'll freeze it with 2.9 seconds. Just let us get to the break, boys. Both teams passing at a pretty high clip. You can see there 86% and 88% respectively. And Forsling. We'll see this second period come to a close. All right, we're all set up for a exciting third period now. 2-2. There's a look at the goal from Wild Bill, and it was an awesome one. We're excited for period number 3 here. Shots on goal 21-14 in favor of the Florida Panthers. Again, both teams have had one power play. Vegas scored about 4 seconds into there. You can see 4 seconds into their power play. They lead the faceoffs 14-8. And let's get ourselves to period number 3 here. 2-2 game. Phil Nagy on Sports. Appreciate you joining me for our special presentation of the 2023 Stanley Cup Finals. Again, we are not mirroring reality. We are just playing this thing out in a simulated world. It's on the superstar setting of NHL 23 here on the PlayStation 5. Now Verhaeghe to Bennett in the corner. No real where to go, so he'll take it back up to the top. Forsling to Ekblad. Deflected in front and a backside fire. That was a beauty. Really, really nice shot there from Matthew Tkachuk, but it is not going to go. Now Bennett the other way, tries to get it across. He had it on the wrong side of his body. That was a really, really heads-up defensive play. He's just going to hold his stick down, and he can't shoot that backhand with any torque when you hold his stick down the other way. Barkov, Lundell, and Bennett in. Ekblad fires. Reinhart just wide. He's the goal scorer earlier. Eichel quickly out to Chandler Stevenson. Stevenson, oof, bumped off the puck there. Big hit by Ekblad. Barkov behind his own zone. Dangerous pass to Ekblad, who's like, what are you doing? Don't pass it to me right in front of the net. Silly. He quickly gets it out of there, but Eichel's got it back. Wrap around. Good persistence to the crease. That was Mark Stone, and a great save by Spencer Knight to keep us knotted at 2. But boy, is the intensity picked up here now. Stone behind the net, rubbed off the puck. Barkov, Forsling now. Ekblad quickly to Lundell. End of the shift for both teams. Lundell waiting for some help. Reinhart, and it goes wide and way on down the ice. And now they'll finish that line change as Montour and Stahl's defensive pairing is in there. Though Barkov's still stuck out there. You know he's tired here. Cousins has already checked on for that third line. Now Marchessault quickly the other way. In the middle and taken away by Cousins. Barkov's still in there. He's got to be gassed. Takes it strong, and he tried to get a little fancy with it. Looked like he was going to spin it to the forehand and then tried to squeak it through with the backhand. Thompson was not fooled. And now both teams will complete the change. Second line for the Golden Knights, third line for the Panthers. Here's Shea Theodore, now Jonathan Marchessault. Back to Theodore, and that one's going to be offsides. Riley Smith could not put on the brakes long enough, and/or didn't get the pass quick enough. Sometimes that's on the player who's passing. Sometimes that's on the player who is skating. That's actually the one who gets called for offsides. But if they're expecting a pass and it doesn't come, not necessarily on them. Here's Stahl now. Good defense body position there by the defender. That was Shea Theodore there in the gap. Now Stahl to Montour. Cousins back to Stahl in the middle. He just couldn't get it back on his stick to fire. But he had a really nice space. Surprised that Vegas gave him that much of a space. How about this space? Oh, and you can look and you see backdoor just waiting for it. He wanted that one bad, and it will not happen. You saw Nick Cousins just parked on the back door, waiting for that deflection, and it never came. We stay 2-2 here in the 14-minute mark of the game, or rather the 6-minute mark of the game, 14 to play. Offsides waved off, and they're getting physical now. They are hitting each other. Verhaeghe with some space finally to the right side, and he will bring the puck into the zone, and he's decked, but he's able to get the pass off, and a beautiful save by Thompson. Sam Bennett crashed the crease after Verhaeghe got absolutely smashed, but somehow was able to get the pass out. Now Barbashev, oh, a beautiful one-timer by Amadio, just goes wide. Roy now fires, that one's going to be deflected. And now both teams back and forth here, urgency setting in, and you can feel the momentum changing now in terms of not from one team to the other, but just that both teams are getting more aggressive, trying to get that tie-breaking goal, and that one's going to be fired wide by Barbashev, deflected off of somebody. Duclair now Gudas out of his own zone. Anthony Duclair back over to his left wing side, and he's going to absolutely be decked by Roy, quickly coming in the other way. 3-on-2, and a great back check by Mahura. Back and forth they go here. Now Knight's got it on his stick, and he'll freeze it so everybody can exhale, myself included. 10:51 to go in the third quarter. It has been third period. Again, did I mention we do like 97% football? Forsling's got it on his puck, but deflected and taken away by Bluger, and now all of a sudden Vegas in business, and then kicked around, but to the wrong team. Here comes Anthony Duclair with that speed that he's known for, and he'll fire one on off of the right blocker pad. The right leg, rather, underneath. Good throw to Bluger. And Bluger there to Stowe in the right goal post. Oh, absolutely stymied there. Unnaturally satisfying for Phil Kessel. You heard it go tink off the right crossbar, and he had plenty of open goal. Uh-oh, delayed penalty now. Vegas going to get the extra attacker on. And then it is whistled. Holding by Lusterinen, his second time in the sin bin today. Remember that Vegas scored 4 seconds into the first power play. That was also Eetu Lusterinen's fault. And there you can see the holding call, just didn't let Pietrangelo go. And so now, interesting, with 8:52, we're going to get a power play for the Golden Knights. Carlson now to Theodore, fires it quickly, just too much traffic in front. Stevenson, Theodore again, and it's deflected up and over the goal. And Gudas able to dump it all the way down, and everybody exhales. Stevenson. Again, of course, if you're new to hockey, you can dump it all the way down the ice like that when you're on a power play, or rather a penalty kill, making the other team reset. You cannot do that at even 5-on-5 or 4-on-4. That's when they call the penalty icing, which is basically to keep the games moving a little bit. They don't want you to just dump it all the way down to try to, scramble and play lazy defense just by dumping the puck all the way down. So the faceoff comes all the way back to your end, and maybe most notably, you are not allowed to substitute. So even if you're exhausted and you're like, I just got to get this thing out, and you dump it all the way down, you do not get the break that you want. However, as you can see here, on a penalty kill, that is in fact what you are taught to do, which is just dump that thing down there to waste time. And there you can see Lusterinen right back onto the ice. So really never got set up. So credit the penalty killers of Florida that time. And now with 6:27 to go, we are back to full and even strength in a 2-2 game. Across the middle dangerously, but there were no Panthers in the vicinity. And now Mark Stone the other way for the Golden Knights, right side to Barbashev. And Verhaeghe's got it back on his stick, Carter Verhaeghe. Oof, big check there in some space by Theodore. Now across the middle and Stone, and it's going to be flicked aside with the left skate. Good kick save there from Spencer Knight, who's been solid again tonight after goalie Bob, frankly, was pretty solid in game one. But again, they went Spencer Knight in this one for reasons that we will not know. Kessel now. Theodore, oh, a beautiful pass. Kessel was there. It was a beautiful long give and go. But sticked aside by Spencer Knight. Now Lundell, and it's going to be saved by Thompson. He had a 1v1. A breakaway there, and a great save by Logan Thompson, who's been special when he's needed to be. Barkov against Bluger now. On the dot, Barkov going to lose it to Bluger. So the fourth line center with another win over potentially the best player on the Panthers and Alexander Barkov. So nice play there by Teddy Bluger. He'll give it to Alec Martinez. Martinez to Dorofeyev. Dorofeyev. And he'll try to go back to the blue line, but that's Eichel checking into the game, and not able to throw it on is Phil Kessel from the right side. Barkov the other way. We're at 3 minutes to play. Again, if the game does not end in regulation, we will go to overtime, and unlike the overtime during the season where you play just 5 minutes and then you have a shootout in the playoffs, you play just another 20-minute period, as that one's going to go wide for Eichel. Now Stevenson. And a penalty coming. Oh, unlucky there with 2:18. And Eichel going to get hit for the slash there. Jack Eichel, the centerman, of course, coming over from the Buffalo Sabres after that long and difficult injury, but again, a very, very, very good player. And now Vegas is going to have to kill this thing off. Otherwise, Florida with a golden opportunity to go up 2-0 here on this power play, and Vegas clears this one all the way down. Anyway, as I was saying, here's Duclair now right side with some speed, and then he'll get bumped off the puck, but Ekblad's able to pick it up and then clear it all the way down. They will just throw another 20 minutes on the clock, and they will keep playing overtimes 20 minutes at a time until somebody scores. It's a golden goal situation. And you can see, if you've watched playoff hockey before, you know sometimes it can go 3, 4, 5, 6 overtimes, which is just crazy to me. Duclair now in front, Bennett, and it's going to be stopped by Logan Thompson and dumped again. Just 30 seconds left on this power play. Again, time going a little bit faster than real life. And Tkachuk, this may be their last break, and it's taken away. Good back check by Will Carlson. Now Whitecloud, Zach Whitecloud humped against the boards, hit and bumped, would be humped. Across the middle, and a beautiful pass, but it's deflected. Cousins wanted it, and that's going to be a delayed offside. They'll have to come back out of the zone. Power play comes to an end, and Eichel is back on with 18 seconds to go. Looks like this one's going to be headed for overtime. Tkachuk, ooh, hit hard there in the middle. Eichel, 10 seconds. And now into the corner, McNabb, and this one is going to be headed to overtime unless Barkov could throw one on, and he did. Thompson right there at 4.2 seconds remaining. And this one, unless something crazy happens here with 4.1 seconds, is going to be headed for overtime here in game number 2. Montour. Ooh, that one actually hit off the pads and deflected over. I thought it could have maybe gone over and into the net, but instead it's not. There was the one that went off the goal post there from Phil Kessel. So we are headed to overtime, my friends. 2-2 game. Next goal wins. Golden goal situation. Does that benefit the Golden Knights, or can Florida defend their home ice here again and take a 2-0 series lead again in our Negion Sports Sim of the NHL postseason, or Stanley Cup Finals rather? If the Blue Jackets had made it, we would have done a full run, but they did not. and then they weren't even bad enough to try to get Connor Bedard. All right, Verhaeghe fired on. Thompson quickly out to Stevenson. Pietrangelo now the other way. Alec Pietrangelo all the way down, gets bumped off the puck. Stevenson backside pass to Martinez. Stone's right in front, but he is stoned by Spencer Knight. Great save by Knight to keep this one tied. Martinez now bumped off the puck, and everybody's got to leave the zone. And Martinez knew it. He tried to sneakily get that puck back into the zone, but everybody was called for offsides on that one. Let's go Panthers. The fans are imploring here. Verhaeghe on the left side in a 2-2 game, our first overtime. It is a golden goal situation. Next goal wins it. Ekblad into the middle. Backdoor pass, just floated on and it's in! Gustav Forsling with a lazy wrister from the blue line, and Thompson can't believe it. Oh, that's how it ends. 3-2, the final, and Florida takes a 2-0 series lead. Interesting that our sim has been exactly backwards. Gustav Forsling, here's an opportunity. Look at him, just a little bit of a floating wrist shot, high glove side, and I just don't think that Thompson really ever saw it, because he was very, very much out of sync there. There's Lomborg's goal, as we'll see some of these goals from earlier. Here's Riley Smith's backdoor goal there. Actually, that was Will Carlson's goal, not Riley Smith's. Another good-looking goal right here. And that was the winner, 3-2. Wow, what a game there. What a game there. Gudas, your third star of the game, with one of the couple of assists in the game there, as you can see. That was his prettiest assist. Second star, Riley Smith. He is the one who had the goal and assist that had here's the power play goal again. 4 seconds into the power play, fired that thing past the blocker of Spencer Knight. And then your first star of the game, Gustav Forsling. He had the game winner in overtime. Here it is. Just a lazy little wrister right over the top of the glove. And this one's going to end 3-2, which means the Panthers take a 2-0 series lead here in our Nagy On Sports Stanley Cup. There you can see they lead 2-0 as we will head to Vegas in this one. Appreciate everybody being on. This was a fun sim. Guys, have a wonderful rest of your day. Keep an eye on the channel for the remaining games of our NBA Finals sim. Our series is tied 1-1, which is exciting. This one now 2-0 to Florida, and then again our continuation of our 2023 NFL sim, where we do all of the Browns games and then one additional AFC and NFC game as well. So really appreciate it. If you guys want to vote on which NFL games you want to see, or just chat with us between our sims, you can join our Discord, which is offered in the description of this video. Just hit that invite link. Discord is free and easy to use. Opportunity to connect with Kit and I as the founders of Nagy On Sports. So appreciate you guys. Have a great rest of your day. Today we will say go Panthers, go Blue Jackets, and as always, go Browns.